So it's funny how people like said to me when I was 11 years old, "Oh, you come from Joe, you're scummy," and I thought, hang on a minute, I'm like 6'3", you know what I mean? I've got a good, lovely girlfriend, and so on and so on and so on. So I don't get that I'm that. So it just kind of made me more happy.
What school did you go to?
I went to Clacton County High School.
High.
Wow. And before that, I went to Coppins Green, which was in London Road. So
when
I first went to Clacton was in 1979. Wow. And that was when there was no cameras, no CCTV, and there was no technology. But that life was like, what you see is what you get. That's how life was in them days. And I grew up with all my ancestors and all my friends. My dad was a biker of a bike club in Clacton called the Filthy Few. He was the biggest person in Clacton when I was a kid growing up.
Wow. So
I had a very good life and a very good childhood.
Brilliant.
And when I got older, I could either follow my dad's footsteps or be someone else.
I think your dad and my dad were friends.
Exactly. So my dad taught me to be myself, and he taught me to do whatever I want. So that's why about 10 years ago I decided to dye my hair blue. And people said to me, "Do I get embarrassed by it?" I'm like, no. I'm embarrassed to be you. I like to be different, you see. So I sometimes wear 2 different pairs of trainers, like a red pair and a blue pair.
Why not?
Just things like that, to just confuse people and throw them off the track. They think because I'm so like happy and so dun, I haven't got no time to like have a fish tank or have children and have fun with them.
That.
And see, I don't film all that stuff. I just film things I want people to see.
Yeah.
I don't ever film what I don't want them to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do another like 20 Sloggett visions a day.
Yeah.
That I just don't want no one to ever see.
I guess there's two...
Like Sloggett vision after dark, after hours almost.
Exactly. Some days I make a Sloggett vision, but I go to Cambridge for 4 days and then I put Cambridge videos out for 3 weeks. People think I'm there for 3 weeks.
I did. I thought you were there for 3 weeks.
That's what I want people to think. Yeah. I love what people think because that's what makes me who I am. People's thought makes me who I am. Yeah. I don't want to be other people, you see. I don't want them to be me either. No. So I ain't telling them nothing. And all they get is what I want them to see.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I don't want them to know nothing else because at the end of the day, we're all mysterious and I love that.
Yeah.
The diamond's got many sides.
I completely get that sort of, people assume you're going to do something, so the urge of that assumption makes you want to do
I don't need to prove myself, you see.
Yeah.
All I need to do is shine on. And that is daily, every minute, every hour, every night. And when I start something, I mean it for life. Like when the Channel 5 said to me, "Oh, what can we film you doing?" I went, "Well, I could create a happy club for Jowick." They went, "Oh, what would that be then?" I went, "Well, it's like a youth club for adults, but it's got a twist." They go, "What do you mean?" I went, "Well, for the first hour, we're going to play chess and dominoes and games. Then for the next hour, we're going to talk about things that are pissing people off in Jowick. You know, like, why is the road not being fixed? Why is there a pothole over there? Why is there no street lights? Why is there no CCTV? And do you know what? We're going to invite people from the council to come along. And they can answer the questions as we get them. And that to me is a Jowick Sounds Happy Club."
And then after that, a bit of a sex orgy.
And boom. now it's been going for like 3-4 months. And we've had many agendas on the topic. And I've solved them all. Fantastic. And we have actually made things better for Jowick.
Yeah.
So I'm determined now to carry on Happy Club for the rest of my life. And I did try it once a week at first. Then I tried it twice a month. But I've come to the conclusion that all I need to do is it once a month and carry on forever rather than do it once a week and stop in a year.
Burn out, yeah.
So I'd rather than burn out and fade away, I'm going to continue and shine on. So Happy Club is forever. I'm the creator. And I enjoy and I've done Jowick's Got Talent last year. And this year I'm doing Jowick's Got Talent too.
And we're in it. We're in it. We're going to be...
I hope so. I hope you'll come along and show me your talent.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're going to shine on. And it ain't about winning. It's about just being there.
Lovely. Are you coming together or individually?
It's a group.
Individual.
As a group. And what's your group going to be called?
The Shine.
The Shine?
Yeah.
And what are you performing?
We're writing a song for it.
Lovely.
It's have...
I can write it for you if you want.
That'd be a bit cheating, but...
You'd nice,
I'm not a judge, by the way, because I'm not a cheat. I basically get 3 independent judges. One's called Susie.
Yeah.
She was the landlord from Barry last night on the programme.
I know, yeah.
So we've got Susie, we've got Tommy who just come around there. He works with me on my music.
Oh, great.
And we've got another guy called Dan Casey. He was the old councillor.
Oh, right. Cool,
So we've got 3 proper people of authority as judges.
Cool.
And I don't confer with them. Basically, I stand up here, I do Jowick's Got Talent, I introduce you all. And then basically, at the end, I ask them who's the winner is.
Cool.
Let me just put this in silent because we're not interested.
Cool. Cheers.
In there.
If you want to be do an interview,
I'm fine like this, to be honest. Yeah.
At the moment, I've got it
set
up really well, so you can see.
This is nice. This is better. This is kind of
I'm happy like this. Yeah.
Because I get that whole thing, Danny. Because like you got like your public side that people see.
Yes.
You got your private life that no one wants to like get involved in. So it's up to you. But this is kind of like a bit in the middle. It's a bit like We're getting
I ain't
away
got no
with it.
fetishes.
Oh, I'm not making any
Oh, that's
assumptions.
like
If I
the
was
first
you, I'd
4
keep your
questions
shoes on.
gone.
I'm only joking.
Yeah. But no, it's
I
great.
don't
man.
like feet.
No, I mean either.
I
But
like tango. I've been tangoed all my life.
great, man. Maybe get an endorsement, get a bit of money from them.
Yeah.
I think it's the
I
best
don't
brand
want
of
nothing
orange
from no
juice.
one. I just want to be happy. And to be happy, you don't need money. You don't need no stress.
No.
Anything that becomes with criteria is a problem.
We saw,
Having children
sorry.
and having a girlfriend is a criteria.
Mm.
And I like to get pleasure from my criteria.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to work with none of this gimmick shit. I've been offered loads of gimmicks in my life. You know, I could have been a PR guy. You know what I mean? I could have been. I've worked in clubs in London, Tenerife, in Thailand.
Wow.
I've gone to other countries and been offered jobs. And I used to work on strips and bring 150 people into a bar an hour.
That's
And
crazy.
I've done
That's
jobs like that ever since I was like 16. Because I'm like, you know, I've got that way.
You're that kind of.
I've got an aura which I can just attract people, and I'm like a magnet. But the point is, I get bored of things easily, you know, and that's where my dark side kicks in. Because if I'm not happy, I can't pretend anymore.
No, you never fake it. That's the thing.
That's the
with it.
point. So if I'm not in the mood for it, then I won't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, you know, something you can just put in a tape player and rewind and forwards. And I'm not
No.
like programmed. I just do what I do when I do it, and it's how you feel more than what you've. It's how you feel.
And, yeah, exactly.
It's not like, you know, I can't just say, right, you know, got to go with the flow, ain't you?
Mm.
Pretty
People
true.
that do that are the best people on earth because they're real, and what you see is natural.
Yeah.
And people that like, you know, program themselves like machines, then it's just boring. It's absolutely boring.
Isn't it? Isn't it just?
I
Man?
just hate seeing these people on telly. Are you acting or is that really you? Because that is so boring.
Yeah.
With that Ben guy on.
No, there's things on telly sometimes. Sometimes I'm watching telly and it's like, do you know what I mean?
So
I
rehearsed,
do
so fake.
admire real talent. And
Would you say the others on?
there's a program called Gotham on at the moment.
Yeah, I
and there's a
watch it,
young
yeah.
kid that plays Bruce Wayne. I think he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah, he's good. I like
He's
him,
only
yeah.
about 15 or whatever, but he's absolutely a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
He really has got it down to a T.
Yeah, he's
Because
good.
he's just natural. He's not like pretending to be anything. And I see photos of him on Twitter and that, and he's just such a natural little guy.
Yeah.
So I admire that guy. I don't know his name, but I think he's a very good actor.
You ever,
And-
you ever thought about that, like acting or anything?
I wasn't telling you when I was 16. When I was 16, they come to County Eye, BBC, and they interviewed the whole of my year. And they chose 3 people from my year and 3 people from Cobain's. And in the end, there was just 2 from each school. And they followed this for a year.
Really?
Yeah, this is when I was 16. So this was 1989? No,
Wow.
1990. So they followed me for a year, leaving school, doing my GCSEs. Then they filmed me going into jobs and so on. And I've got that on video somewhere, on DVD, but my daughter's got it and it's with her mum. But I will get that back soon and start putting it out there.
Yes, that's good.
I was actually on
Amazing.
telly
Yeah.
about 25 years ago.
Do you
Yeah.
think that jump started everything you do
No,
now?
because I've always been the same. The BBC noticed that. The Channel 5 noticed it when they come here. Everyone that ever notices me notices it. I don't ever
Yeah.
put myself out there.
I get what you mean. I get.
Because if I ever did, I just wouldn't be natural, would I? I've kept away from it, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
If there was technology around when I was 15, I'd be very famous now probably, or dead. And that was the 2 paths. But I didn't want to, I was always famous to my mum and my dad. And my mum died when I was 14, so I've always kind of had like a dark side about me, you know? I've always missed my mum. And
Yeah, of course.
I've always felt like, why am I alive and she's not? And I've always felt hard done by her with that. My mum, you know, I've always felt
Yeah.
sad.
She's always with you still.
She's with me, yeah. I've learned how to shine her properly on as I got older, but when you're 15, it's pretty awkward.
It's just a
Understand.
bad time any time, but to be that young, of course. Man.
When you get to my age, you're like, you got to be real, you know?
Yeah.
Should we stop filming? Should we?